Hey Virgo, how's it going? So, meditating on your energies, I was hearing the phrase the art of being alone. Um, and I was also getting the Hermit card, very hard, which is your card. But I feel like there's a level of understanding the blessings in finding your own sovereignty or really being able to do the things that you want to do without the attachment of somebody else. So, really big energies on sovereignty right now. So, and I want you guys to know if you are interested in any personal readings, the link for that is in the description box below. And I will also be holding a new moon in Sagittarius ritual on December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is going to be a moon about really setting intentions and really setting the momentum forward for you to jump into your 2026 timeline. So if that's your jam, the link for it is in the description box. So, all right, Virgo, what's really going on here? All right. By fire's glow and cauldron's spin, let soul's true magic rise within. Okay. Sacred sexuality. Yep. And this is really healing that sacral chakra. And I think that you've been in a past cycle of attachment and codependency. And this is really finding your own sovereignty and your own sacred sexuality. So this can come out through dance. This can come through really being with yourself and to explore that wildness that's within you. And I feel like there's a level of releasing shame around that too. All right, Spirit, what else is going on? We've got the dead end job. Okay, so this is like a multifaceted reading. I think that you're not feeling fulfilled where you are in your career or where you're at. The where you are may not hold the values that you hold. And I think that you are just on autopilot. You're going in the routines of things. And I think your life is really asking you to come back to self and to build your life around your values. I think you've been in a level of survival mode for quite some time. And now you're like, well, I can either continue to go on this trajectory or continue to go on this path and be unhappy and unfulfilled, or I can make changes to be with myself, sit with myself. Emotional withdrawal. Yeah. So pulling your emotions inwards and doing some deep inner healing there. And then we have hope at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Okay. All right, so Virgo, we're going to do a heart of the matter reading for you and really see what's going on here, doing a deep dive. I feel like there's a lot of subconscious work here that is needing to be looked at. All right, so I feel like there's a level of pause. We've got 2 of Wands in reversed, crossed by the 6 of Wands. So, okay. Wands, okay. I'm getting a lot of like, you want to find a new connection, a new partner, like, and that may be the old programming that is continuing to play out for you. It's like that fix of, because I do feel like there was some sort of separation, some sort of breakup. You had this in behind you in your past position. So there was some sort of dissolving of a connection, dissolving of a partnership. And I think it has really had you move into feeling into your shadow, feeling into the parts of you that you may have shame built around. And that's where the lesson of the art of being alone is. And I think that you're reaching for some quick fixes, but I don't think that you're satisfied with what you're finding. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands in reversed, crossed by the Six of Wands. Okay, so with this, I am getting that there has been a pause on any future planning, any future momentum forward. I think that you had a plan with this other person that you wanted to see play out, but something had to dissolve in order for you to move forward. And by doing that, by dissolving this connection, dissolving this relationship, you will be successful. It may not look like that in this time right now, though. There's a level of healing that is asking to take place with this emotional withdrawal. So really coming back to the heart space and coming back to heal those attachment wounds, heal any sort of betrayal, so that you can move into a cycle with a partner who is more stable or more suitable for you, not because you need them, but because you complement each other and you can grow with each other. And I think that's what you're looking for. You're looking for like a King of Wands figure. You're looking for somebody who can stand on their own, who has the directness, who has goals, aspirations, and somebody who really wants to complement you in your life, somebody who will walk beside you on this journey. We have the Five of Wands in the subconscious area. So there's a little bit of dissonance I'm feeling with the energies that you're carrying. So we're going to go a little bit deeper on that. And then in front of you, we have death and rebirth. Yeah. So there's a really old cycle that is asking for you to leave behind. All right, Spirit, what's going on with this Five of Wands? What's going on with Five of Wands for Virgo? What's happening here? Ace of Cups, yeah. I think there's a bit of conflict surrounding what you want, surrounding your heart. And I think that that's where the energies need to be focused on. Yeah. Okay. With the Five of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yep. So, okay. So there's a difference in what you want and where your soul is calling you to be. Your soul wants you to learn how to love yourself, how to come back to self. And I think that you know this intellectually, you know this, but it hasn't been fully integrated in the process. It hasn't fully been something that you are actively living. But if you move towards this energy, this self-sustaining energy, you will be successful in that. And this doesn't mean that you have to be single for forever, but Spirit is wanting you to operate in this, in a more sustaining energy, to where you can hold your own by you embodying that frequency. You are also going to attract other people who can hold their own. And ultimately, we want partners who are going to complement us and help us rise and move forward. And I think that that's where the conflict is. That's where the healing needs to take place, because I think that there still is a level of codependency that is being played out in your daily life. You have the Star underneath the clarifying deck. So you're really wishing for more of a lighthearted, playful energy. Somebody who can dive into the depths with you, Virgo, because you are the virgin, you are the healer. You need somebody who is going to complement that part. So it's interesting because I feel like the person that you are wanting is somebody who has some fire, but also has some water, but who can hold intellectually stimulating conversations. But I think that there's just a level of understanding that nobody's perfect either. So not being hypercritical on that part. But again, it is turning your energy back to you, back to the self. So let's go further into this. Spirit-wise, death and rebirth here. Yeah. Okay. Oof. Yeah. All right. So with the death and rebirth here, you had to make a judgment call, possibly around an air sign, about a union, about a sort of like connection, your vision together. So with this other person, it didn't match. Possibly you wanted kids and this other person didn't. But you had to be the Queen of Swords in this. You had to make the judgment call and to end the connection and the relationship, because this other person was acting like this. This other person was just floating around and not giving you that heart-centered attention that you crave and that you need and that you love. But you really had to dissolve all of it. And I think that you are in that energy of feeling into the dissolvement and feeling into the art of being alone. Because when you're alone, you are able to get comfortable with all of the shadow, all of the qualities of you that has been bypassed or that has been put on the back burner for this connection, for this other person. So I want to get some energies into your movement forward, like what really is kind of going forward for you guys. All right, Spirit, where is Virgo's energy needing to be at this time? Throat chakra. Yeah. So communicating your truth, communicating your emotions, communicating what it is that you want, you need, your desires. And perhaps you can do this with a counselor or a guide or whoever. But this is needing to be cleared. That throat chakra is needing to be cleared. Spirit, where does Virgo's energy need to be? Where is Virgo's energy? Emotional loss. Yeah, so there's still some healing around this loss, around this dissolvement. And I think you may be trying to cover it up with other people. But the healing comes from being with you. All right. We have rejoice and celebration. Yeah, so I think that by tapping into your friends, this is 3 of Cups energy, tapping into your sisterhood, the people who fuel back into you the love that you pour out, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're navigating to. And know that you are worthy of the love that you seek. But the journey right now is inwards. It is in the journey of the hermit, and it is of gaining knowledge. Gaining knowledge in the loss of something that you thought was going to be permanent. We've got balance. Yep. So this is Magician energy, but this is also Libra energy. And Libra rules the heart. This is allowing that balance of where you have been and where you're going. So there's still a level of emotional attachment. I feel like you're going through like emotional withdrawal, and that's why you are pulling at other things that may give you supply or give you, you know, validation. But there's a level of not needing validation. That's where the inner healing is coming from. Not needing that supply, not needing somebody to, you know, tell you all the things. It is nice, yes, but if that's where you find your worth, then that is a codependent behavior that is eventually going to crumble. All right, Spirit, what else is going on here? Apple, temptation will test you. Yep, that's with the validation part. There's a big temptation here. Okay, flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, so there's something really big with temptation. You have the apple and the flag. So there, I feel like there may be somebody who has come your way that you have given your energy to, but there's something that is raising that flag, raising that, hello, look at this, you know. And this is telling you to not lower your standards. Don't lower your standards for anybody. But I think the temptation is in that validation. It is in the seeking. You don't have to seek. You are not a seeker right now. You are going up the mountain. You are sitting with the mountain. You are sitting with the wisdom of the trees, of the forest, of the inner stirrings of you. Okay, hills, obstacles to overcome. Yeah, so there's some obstacles in your path, but that doesn't mean that you won't be successful with it. You actually will be. That 6 of Wands is crossing you. But I think that there's going to be peaks and valleys. It's not going to be a steady climb. It's going to be up and down, up and down. But that is where the knowledge and the wisdom is gained. So yeah, I think this is really rebuilding your sense of stability and your sense of groundedness. Spirit, what advice do you have for Virgo? Speak up. There's that throat chakra. Yeah. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Yeah. So is there lingering resentments? Is there lingering feelings of betrayal? This doesn't mean that you have to talk to that other person who betrayed you, but this is something that is wanting to be cleared out in your system. Ask for help. Yeah. You have a very similar reading to Taurus. So you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. Yeah. So just seeking guidance from trusted friends, family, presence. Yeah. This is being present in you, in your wants, your desires of what it is that you want. And I think that your whole life is actually coming to a sort of tower. There's a really big tower moment that is presenting itself to you. Maybe not all at once, but I think that there's just some sort of like redirection that is wanting to come into fruition for you, especially with that dead-end job too. So there's the dissolution of the relationship, and then there's that dead-end job. So you are noticing that the opportunities that you have been presented with or you have had are no longer filling you up. They're not filling your cup. So you are needing to step into a more authoritative role with yourself. But I think there's going to be a mountain building period. There's going to be a understanding of where you are and where you need to go. And you can heal simultaneously with building your foundation. But there's a lot of inner work that is still asking to be done for you. So, yes. All right, Virgo, I hope this helped. I hope this gave you some clarity. And if you want to join me for the new moon ritual in Sag, again, it's on December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link for it is in the description box or in the pinned comment of this video. But I hope to see you guys there, and I'll see you next time. Blessed be. Bye.